What is going on, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome to a brand new post-commentary duel video. As you guys might have already realized, it's a pretty short video in comparison, and surprisingly enough, I haven't actually sped up this video at all, but I had the opportunity to go to locals to test a little bit the other day, and I was able to record. I got two matches for you guys. This is one of them, Shaddoll Trains, featuring the new build that I uploaded a couple days ago, which you guys can check out if you haven't already. It should be annotated at the end of the video, or up in the top right. You can click that little eye, and it should bring up a couple videos. And if you guys want to see the updated pure Mekk profile, I uploaded that a couple weeks ago. You guys can check that out as well. But this is a really exciting matchup. I think it's a pretty cool matchup. At least I was expecting it to go on a bit longer than it did. But I had my friend Adam there on the right pilot my pure Mekk deck, and he said he didn't open up too well, but I feel as though with a given hand he could make more plays than he did. But he's gonna pass it over to me with just only having one set card, and I'm gonna start my turn here with a revolving switchyard, discarding another copy of itself. And yeah, speaking of revolving switchyard, my super rare switchyards actually came in the mail today, which I didn't know switchyard came super rare until somebody pointed it out in the deck profile. So thank you for doing that. Now I've got my pretty much blinged out trains. The only thing I'm waiting for is that Ruffian Railcar foil reprint, because why don't we have that? That card's been around for, I think, since like New Challengers, and we still don't have a foil reprint. So the standard simple play here: Night Express Knight, following up with the Derek Crane upon the normal or special summon of an Earth Machine monster, can summon himself from my hand, and his attack and defense become halved. Then we're going to follow up right into a rank 10 play and go for Gustav Max, detaching the Night Express. He'll take 2,000, dropping him down to 6, and then the Juggernaut Leave follows suit here to gain the attack, and the Derek Crane will activate, targeting that last set, but he's still at 6k, and he'll take 6k for game. He opened up 2 instant fusion and 2 other copies of Mekk Knight, so I think there's definitely some room. He definitely could have made a much better play there. He didn't realize it until I explained it afterwards, and I think it's just because he isn't used to the play style, at least how I would play this build. But as we go into game 2 here, I want to mention one thing. If you guys are interested in picking up this playmat here, or those beautiful golden metal dice that we used at the start of the video, or any of these sleeves we're using in this video, check out Imperium Duelist, guys. They're the wonderful sponsor of this channel and have been for quite some time. If you want to pick up any of these mats or sleeves or dice or anything, check them out down in the description below, and you can use that discount code WinterKills10 off to save 10% off your entire order. Helps save you guys a little money and helps support me in the process, which is a win-win if you ask me. But getting started with the Shaddoll Fusion, luckily I opened the Shaddoll Beast with the Fusion, so those cards were actually entirely live to be able to start my play. Able to draw a card, and then summoning the Bold Express from hand while I control a Earth Machine, summoning Derek Crane, and then activating the field spell effect to summon out a Earth Machine with 1800 attack from my deck. I go for Pegasus, and then Pegasus on summon can summon out the Infinitrack Anchor Drill from my grave. Now my opponent takes no battle damage this turn because I've used that other effect of the revolving switchyard, but it does not make too big of a difference, simply because I'm going first here. So now I'm going to link into the new Link monster, the double-headed Anger Knuckle, which basically allows me to tribute a level 10 monster. So I can tribute Pegasus there because his level becomes 10 because of the field spell. Tribute him to special summon a level 10 Earth Machine from grave. It doesn't actually have to be a level 10 monster I tribute. I just have to tribute one monster I control. So I can tribute Anger Knuckle himself if I wanted to. And that's a quick effect, so I can use that during either player's turn to tribute a monster I control from my hand or field to special summon a level 10 Earth Machine from grave. And the monster it summons out, its effects are negated, so I thought I would be able to use the Shek here because I had that Shaddoll Fusion added back in my hand. I'm like, that could be a cheeky, cool play. I pull off to be able to negate a special summon monster, but I didn't even read my own card, at least that very last sentence where it says this negates its effects. And it's the byproduct here. I have to give him a column based on the arrow scheme that Anger Knuckle has, so he's able to summon that purple Nightfall for pretty much free. Now, one thing I could have done technically is on the summon of Nightfall, or at least when he adds this here, or when he goes to summon Blue Sky, I could chain the effect of the Knuckle to, summon level 10 from my grave, but I have none in grave currently. I only have an Anchor Drill, a Pegasus, and a Shaddoll Beast, so I can't even activate the effect right now unless I were to use the effect of number 81 to detach to protect any monster I control from, make it unaffected by card effects for this turn. So I unfortunately have to let this go through. If I use number 81, the Derek Crane will not activate in time because it will activate on a separate chain. So we'll go Blue Sky 1, 81, 2, and then it'll resolve, making one card I control unaffected by card effects except its own. Blue Sky will search, and then Derek Crane will pop after he's already searched. So there's no point in doing that. So I have to let him get 2 Mekk Knights to his hand. It's going to be the Indigo and the Red Moon. And now he's getting started with his plays here. He's going to summon Iron Dragon Timeaton. And because there are 3 cards in the same column, and he's going to summon it over that other column where the Shekanaga is in. So I don't need to do what I'm doing right now, but I kind of want to maintain my board presence as is, I guess. So I use number 81 to protect Shek from the destruction effect of Timeaton, and then Derek Crane pops the other Mekk Knight, because I guess the more Mekk Knights I get off the field, the better. Hindsight's 2020. Probably should have popped the Timeaton, but it really doesn't make too big of a difference here. He summons Indigo, slides it over to another column, and summons Mekk Knight of the Red Moon to banish Blue Sky to attempt to pop my Anger Knuckle. Now I use Anger Knuckle's effect here since I do have a level 10 engrave. I'm going to use his effect in response to tribute him to be able to special summon a level 10 Earth Machine from my graveyard, and that's going to be the Heavy Freight Train Derek Crane, as it is the only target currently, because it does have to be a level 10. So I tribute Anger Knuckle because he can tribute himself. Now, the most broken interaction we have with Anger Knuckle with this new Link monster is the interaction you can get with the Field Spell, because you can now use that Field Spell effect during your opponent's turn. It says if a level 10 Earth Machine monster is normal or special summoned, you can special summon an Earth Machine monster from your deck with 1800 attack. So I go for Ruffian Railcar here. I was thinking going with Railroad Stampede to use its effect to revive another monster out of my grave, because the most important effect about Revolving Switchyard is the monster that it summons out of deck, its effects are not negated, so it allows you to take full advantage of a card like Anchor Drill to summon something from hand, or Pegasus to summon something from your grave, which is really, really huge. You can even summon up to like 4 monsters in a given turn. Let's say I summoned the Derek Crane, and then I summoned an Anchor Drill from my deck, an Anchor Drill summoned a Pegasus from my hand, and then Pegasus summoned something else from my grave. That's 4 monsters off of 1 Anger Knuckle effect, and good luck getting through that. And even if you do, I'm going to get some end phase effects as well, especially Ruffian Railcar, and if there's a Bullet Express train, I can get that effect as well. So now going into the Mekk Knight of the Morning Star, discarding a copy of World Legacy Secrets, because I believe he had opened that already, and adding a copy of Succession. Now he could go into a card like Borrelsword here, but he's just gonna he just has to eat through my field, which at the end of the day is easier said than done. He's gonna go ahead and pop the number 81 because I used the effect to make Shek unaffected by card effects. So I'm gonna put that beautiful Imperium dice there on there. Nice with the logo for the number 6. And by clearing that number 81, he's put Bold Express Liner in my graveyard to be able to add back in the end phase. And has quite a few monsters on board right now. As is, he could go into Borrelsword and possibly clear my entire field, because he could just use the Borrelsword to cut the attack of Shek and have to run that over, because Borrelsword doesn't have to affect the monster that it's attacking to gain the attack from, so the fact that it's unaffected by card effects wouldn't make too big of a difference here. But he'd really, it's just a weird situation for Mekk Knights, because Mekk Knights is a great deck when going second, but Trains is such a weird matchup for it, if you ask me, simply because of the cards it has to deal with. Now, he could make the Blackluster Soldier Link here and run something like run over the Derek Crane and then banish the Ruffian Railcar, but I'm still getting this end phase effect to add back, and I still have my Anger Knuckle engrave, and I'm going to use its other effect to tribute a monster in my hand or field to the graveyard to be able to summon itself out of the graveyard. That is not a quick effect, unfortunately, so I can only use it on my turn, but allow me to get my Ruffian Railcar into the graveyard. And now he's going to flip up the World Legacy Succession, which will basically negate any monster effect that I try to activate in the same column as a Mekk Knight. So he's putting on some resistance here, but as you guys know, I still have that Shaddoll fusion that I added back last turn, and I'm going to be able to send that Shaddoll Dragon and a Bold Express Liner to the graveyard here. Now, already securing 2 graveyard effects for the end phase. I'll be able to add back a Machine Monster period off Bold Express Liner, or whatever its name is exactly, and then a level 10 Earth Machine from my deck off of Ruffian Railcar. So Dragon will clear that Succession, or not Succession, but Secrets, no problem. Going into Gustav Max, I believe here, which would have been an issue if he had that succession, but I could have accessed the other extra monster zone, which I technically can't even use because of the Timeaton. So he built a pretty decent board here, but like I have all of the answers. And gonna be able to attach to burn for 2k there. Derek Crane clearing the problem card that would have been Morningstar, because that actually could have possibly prevented an OTK. But regardless, going to swing over for 4,000 over top of Timeaton, and 3,700 over the Red Moon, which with him only having 2,000 before I attack over for 37 is going to be game aplenty. And yeah, so Shaddoll Trains taking that matchup pretty convincingly. They're 2-0. Yeah. That's it for that match. I'm going to be trying to get a lot more duel videos up for you guys. I've got a interesting matchup coming next. I'm not sure when I'll be uploading it, but it'll be going up soon. It's going to be Burning Abyss versus Magical Muskets, which I've never featured on the channel before, so stay tuned for that. Join Discord for more updates, and follow me on Twitch as well, because we're 5 subs away from 10,000 currently, and I'm going to be doing a huge giveaway once we get past 10,000. 2 playmats, 6 sets of sleeves, and 2 sets of dice, all from Imperium Duelist. And if you guys want more information on that, join the Discord, and make sure you follow me on Twitch as well, because that's probably where I'll be giving away most of the stuff. I'll be giving away some stuff here on YouTube as well. Maybe some other things that I can find up on my own, maybe some signed cards. Who knows, but I really appreciate all the support as we get really, really close to 10,000 here. And thank you guys so much for watching. As always, Winter Kill signing out. We'll see you in the next one.